1, 2, 3, 4 Anna, on spring equinox. It's a good time to start.
Ah.
I mean, this
Nice.
number game, yes. Okay, Anasa Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
Please give us a brief on what is Free TN Temple campaign and why it started, and we will take it from there.
Okay. So this free TN temples campaign has been started by Sadhguru. He is not the first person who actually has spoken for freeing the temples, especially in Tamil Nadu. There have been many people. There are a few popular names like you might have heard about Mr. T.R. Ramesh. So he is one of the pioneer temple activists in Tamil Nadu. There's Miss, I think her name is Uma Anand. So she's also working with Mr. Ramesh, and they have been working in silos. So what is this basically, this free tea in temples about? Um, See, the Tamil Nadu temples, there are about 44,120 temples or something like that, that is listed on the HRCE website. This HRCE means Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowments Act. So the department takes care of all the religious institutions, only the Hindu ones. Across India, I have many states in India, and especially in Tamil Nadu. So in Tamil Nadu, about of the 44,120, directly under the control of the HRNC department are 38,000 odd temples. So what is happening is many of these temples are being maintained very poorly, and we look at what we mean by poor. So they have come out in the court and said of these 12,000 temples don't even have somebody to do one time puja in a day. So the 12,000 temples are not having single puja per day. And 34,000 temples nearly, they are earning less than 10,000 rupees in revenue per year. So basically the temple is not being maintained at all, because they are saying we don't have any funds to maintain these temples and things like that. So if nobody goes to a temple, if there is no lamp lit, no puja being done, you can't even call it a temple. So basically the temple is like, it's maintained like a dark dungeon. Nobody goes to the temple, and the temple will eventually get destroyed. But for so many people, temples are the places where they find a lot of solace in their life. They find solutions to so many things. They connect to a higher source in their life. And if these temples are lost, it's a huge crime against the next generation that we are doing. So Sadhguru is giving voice to this pain and anguish of the devotees, saying, please release these temples to the devotees. We will maintain it better. So that's the premise of the whole Free TN Temples campaign.
And so from what I understand is when you say there is no revenue, that means since the temples are not being maintained, devotees are not going on, and the temples are not being maintained because it is under this act, and the act is not allowing any revenue to come in, or how is it?
So revenue is one aspect of it. We will for the Tamil Nadu temples. Let's talk about specifically the Tamil Nadu temples. They overall, it's in so let's say 200 years back, before the British actually took over the control of India and the temples specifically. Many temples had lands which were donated by the zamindars and the local kings, chieftains, and people like that. So the revenue from the lands was used for the sustenance of the temple. Even today, Tamil Nadu temples have something like 4.78 lakh acres of land. That's huge.
Huge, yes.
We used to have something like 5.3 lakhs. Somewhere 50,000 acres of the land has gotten encroached. Some people have taken it and things like that. So the High Court of Chennai, they have asked the HRNC department to please retrieve that 50,000 acres also back. So if you look at 5 lakh acres, so it's close to 5 lakh acres. If you look at that, per acre, per year, if you give the land to agricultural activity and things like that, if you earn at least 10,000 rupees per acre, I'm saying very, very minimal. Okay? It's very minimal. If we even do that, they should be able to earn 470 crores per year from 4.7 lakh acres. So it's a very basic calculation.
Yeah. But a huge
But the
number.
HRNC
At the end
department,
of the year, it's a huge number.
yeah, and the HRNC department is declaring that overall, all the temples together, they are earning about a revenue of about 126 crores. This is less than one third of the total amount. I'm just talking about the lands, and there are buildings as well that belong to the religious institutions, that belong to the Hindu temples. So if you lease those also, you should be able to earn a lot more. Uh, there are
Like
people who
hotel,
say,
satram, something like that.
yeah, there are mandapams,
Nimisha
hotels,
Menam.
and
Okay.
yes. So people say if you actually do a proper leasing for the temples, you should be able to earn somewhere between 4,000 to 6,000 crores per year. And the department is saying we are earning 126 crores.
Which
So it is
could
not like the
be not
temples.
an estimate, it could be some random number. We might not know, no?
See, they have declared in the court that out of
Okay.
this 126 crores that they are showing as a temple revenue, they have leased only 1.8 lakh acres of land. If you take 1.8 lakh acres of land and you calculate reverse, like for the 126 crores, we are not even charging 10,000 rupees per year. If you charge 10,000 rupees, you should be able to get 180 crores. We are getting 126 crores. And we are not even talking about the other properties, the buildings, nothing. We're not talking about the hundi amount. We are not talking about the amounts you put onto the puja plate, all those things. We are not even talking about any of those. Just the temple
Leasing.
land leasing alone. If you consider those, nobody is declaring how much money is coming into the
Exactly.
hundis and
Yes.
the collection boxes at different temples. Nobody is declaring any of those amounts. If we come to know, see, most people who go to temple, they at least put 1 rupee or 2 rupees there. So in Tamil Nadu, we have more than 5 crore Hindus. So per year, if you go only once and you donate, say something like 10 rupees, we should still be earning 50, 60 crores from that
And you're
very
talking
easily.
minimal numbers.
I'm talking very, very minimal numbers. See, there are a lot of
Yes.
people who, if you go to a Shiva temple or a Vishnu temple or a Devi temple, and if some wish of yours comes true, people donate in hundreds and thousands
Yes.
also.
Yes.
I'm talking of base minimal numbers.
Basic. Yes. Yes.
So it's not like the temples don't have the potential to earn revenue. It's just
Yes.
poor management, basic poor
True.
management.